all local, all morning. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.
Now at 6, a major repair in Waterbury this morning has just started to wrap up after a water main break. It happened several weeks ago. People are still feeling the impacts, and Thomaston Avenue has shut down that road. Fox 61's Priscilla Meza has an update on when we can see those repairs have finally come to an end. But first, we want to say good Thursday morning, cruising into the weekend, slowly but surely. Thanks for joining us on Fox 61, Fox 61 Plus. I'm Bridget Bureau.
And America Arias. Yeah, the weekend is in view, so people are starting to plan, but we're keeping it positive with today because we still got mild temperatures out there. It was very nice walking out to the car at 41 degrees.
Yes. It feels very comfortable outside this morning. Not a lot of wind. Temperatures are up. We have a little bit of cloud coverage and some light showers now. Moving forward, we are going to see increasing sunshine for the second part of our day, and then that's going to lead to a drop in the numbers as we head towards Friday morning. Friday morning, you're going to notice the difference in what it feels like outside. It's going to feel like the single digits, and some of us may even feel like sub-zero as you head out the door with the wind that picks up. Right now in our satellite and radar picture, we do have a couple of light showers in eastern areas kind of pushing out. And then back off to the west of us, another batch of light showers could potentially push in through the morning. So it might be a good idea to just kind of grab that light or the umbrella or the light jacket just to kind of shield yourself from any raindrops this morning. But that'll be a thing of the past this afternoon. Numbers not too far off from this time yesterday. 1 to about 6 degrees warmer, so not a drastic difference, but anywhere from 36 degrees in Torrington now to about 43 degrees seems to be the warmest number on the board at 43 in Danbury, as well as in Chester and Norwich at 43 as well. Wind gusts today this morning are fine. Moving forward, we're going to start to see them pick up in intensity, 25 to 30 mile per hour gusts. Those are going to carry us into tonight and into tomorrow morning as well. Cloudy now, a few raindrops into the afternoon, decrease in clouds, drying out. Temperatures are in the 40s and they're going to hold into the 40s. Eventually, they're going to drop down into the 20s overnight tonight. High temperatures today anywhere from 42 degrees in Bristol to 45 in Middletown, 45 in Pomfret, so the middle 40s expected. Then tonight into tomorrow, temperatures will be in the 20s to start with the winds that's up this afternoon and evening. It's going to feel like the single digits for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, our numbers struggle to make it out of the lower 30s with a lot of sun around. Then we are tracking an opportunity for some snow for over the weekend. We'll have more details on that coming up in just a bit. As we check in with the roads this morning here, just heads up for folks, we do have this issue this morning. This is going to be over on Route 9, exit 35 northbound. The entry ramp is blocked off this morning because of an overturned tractor trailer. So you will need to seek an alternative route to get around this. There's no significant delays along Route 9 once you get onto the route this morning. So just give yourself a little extra time to navigate around that closure, though, with that entry ramp. Otherwise, it does look like we're starting to see some delays building in Fairfield County this morning. New Haven, East Hartford, over the Bulkley Bridge, and Windsor all running smoothly at this hour. Erica.
Rachel, thanks. Well, final repairs are wrapping up this morning on a major road in Waterbury. It's been closed for weeks after a water main break there. We're checking in with Fox 61's Priscilla Meza. She's live on Thomaston Avenue. Priscilla, a lot of people are looking forward to the road completely reopening. What can people expect later today?
Yeah, good morning, Bridget and Erica. Well, we have been covering this water main break since the beginning of it. And if you'll remember, at least the last time I was here, there was lots of equipment on this road. There was huge holes on the ground and it was just a big mess. So this is definitely good news for the people of Waterbury, not just the people of Waterbury, but also there are businesses here on this road. There's an elementary school right behind here. There are even neighborhoods in the area. So things should be getting back to normal and that should be a relief for them. But, you know, city officials say crews have been preparing the roadway for the final pavement to go down today. That is scheduled for today. Actually, crews should be arriving any minute now, between now and an hour from now. But city officials say even once the pavement is finished, the road will likely remain closed until after daylight hours to allow the pavement to cure and for final safety checks. And drivers are being urged to continue following posted detours and traffic signage until then. And Waterbury Mayor Paul Pernerusky calls this is the final chapter in a long recovery process, and thanked residents and businesses for their patience, also stating, quote, "I am especially grateful to our crews and contractors who worked under difficult conditions to restore this critical infrastructure safely and responsibly." Now, city officials say they're now looking to see what happened during the emergency as they look for long-term upgrades to the infrastructure. So again, drivers, if you're going to be passing through here, things should be going back to normal soon. But for now, just continue following the detours, keep doing what you've been doing, and you won't have to be doing that for much longer, it looks like. Now, live in Waterbury, Priscilla Meza, Fox 61.
A lot of people are looking forward to those repairs to wrap up. Thanks, Priscilla. At 6:05 this morning, New Britain is months away from installing these traffic enforcement cameras we've been telling you about. They've identified more than 20 locations where they might be installed. And later tonight, the city is looking for the public's opinion just to weigh in on the new technology. Fox 61's Glenn Kittle joins us live in New Britain this morning with more on tonight's meeting. Good morning, Glenn.
Good morning, Bridget. Yeah, they conducted that traffic study back in October where they identified the biggest problem areas for traffic enforcement that's going to be coming to New Britain anytime soon. Now this meeting that's coming up tonight, the public input is important for city councilors because that's ultimately going to determine how they vote on which locations get these traffic enforcement cameras. Now, so far across Connecticut, more than 10 communities have implemented these traffic cameras to help police from heavily enforcing certain roadways and free them up. Now, there are two types of cameras being proposed here in New Britain. One is a red light camera, which will tell people, or which will find people that run those red lights. Another one is a speed camera. Those are mainly being proposed near school zones. We asked people in New Britain how they feel about traffic cameras coming to the city. They had mixed reviews.
They just doing that just to steal people's money. You already know.
I mean, as long as it keeps like younger people safe, I mean, I don't really mind, but I mean, I just hope that there's like some warnings ahead of time before they do it.
Now, speaking of that warning period, there's going to be a 30-day period when the cameras do get installed where driver images will not be captured. After those 30 days, the fines will start to be implemented. The first violation is $50, and then the infractions after that will be $75. There's also a $15 processing fee. Now, the city says the first phase of traffic cameras could be seen by May 2026, so just in a couple of months from now, those traffic cameras will be put up. This vote tonight really just determines where those traffic cameras will be put up. Live in New Britain, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
All right, Glenn, thank you. Violent crime in New Haven dropped by nearly 40% last year, according to the police department. It is a sign the city leaders say shows some progress, even as police face internal challenges.
Yesterday, Mayor Justin Elliker and the New Haven Police Department laid out their numbers and their plan to keep that trend moving in the right direction.
Fox 61's Alicia Hercules breaks down what's driving the decline and where the city says more work is needed.
After the former police chief, Carl Jacobson, admitted to taking money from the department less than a week into the new year, Mayor Justin Elliker says the department remains focused on creating a safer community.
Last week was a rough week, as we all know, but the New Haven Police Department goes full steam ahead.
Mayor Elliker, joined by Acting Police Chief David Zanelli and the New Haven Police Department, reported that crime is down in the city in nearly every category in 2025 compared to 2024. 2025 data found there were 16 homicides, 43 non-fatal shootings, and 98 incidents of confirmed shots fired.
While we did encounter one more homicide in 2025 than in 2024, these numbers represent a decrease of 51.7% in non-fatal shootings and a 45.6% decrease in confirmed shots fired compared to 2024.
Acting Chief Zanelli credits the decrease in crime to the use of technology, like shot spotters and cameras, as well as help from the community.
The community's really come forward in giving us more information, more so than I can remember in my career.
Mayor Elliker says they've made progress, but still have a lot more work to do.
We want to make sure we continue the momentum, and given the tough time that we had last week with the chief of police admitting to stealing money from the department, as you can imagine, that was an impact to morale.
He says the department will remain focused and committed to the community.
What's important is that we, in this building, continue to work really, really hard to make progress on the work that we did last year.
Some homicides in the city during 2025 involved juvenile violence. The mayor hopes to continue supporting local organizations and nonprofits to steer youth away from crime.
We're pushing the state to provide more funding to New Haven Public Schools so that we can provide more resources within our school, more guidance counselors, social workers to help our kids keep on track, and also add after-school programs because a lot of our kids need that kind of support.
Mayor Elliker closed the press conference by reading the names of the 16 homicide victims and held a moment of silence for them. We'll have the full crime statistics in this story on our website, FOX61.com. In New Haven, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.
6:10 this morning, several state lawmakers say they want more to be done to protect certain programs in Connecticut from cuts to federal funds. They call on Governor Ned Lamont to spend the rest of the $500 million in state emergency response funds before this coming legislative session. Since it was created, the governor has used funds to help cover homelessness prevention and partly offset lost health insurance tax credits. State Representative Katie Ferrer and other lawmakers believe more can be done.
There's $332 million that can make sure that our residents can get access to the food they need, get access to the health insurance they deserve.
One of the biggest areas Democratic lawmakers said needs to be addressed is ways to support SNAP recipients. One state senator says she believes the state can create its own SNAP fund.
The money should be returned back to the hardworking people of this state and those that are in need in this state. If there's $1 million that could help offset some of these cuts, I would likely be in strong support of appropriating it from this fund. It just shouldn't have been coming out of a fund. It should have been coming out of our general budget.
The legislative session starts February 4th. That also is the date Governor Ned Lamont has to spend or allocate remaining emergency response funds to programs.
Former New York Lieutenant Governor Betsy McCaughey says that she's going to run for governor here in Connecticut. McCaughey is a Southern Connecticut native with a doctorate in history from Columbia. She's going to look to be the Republican nominee. She's vowing to repeal Governor Lamont's housing law, cut property taxes for seniors, lower electric rates, and eliminate the public benefit charge. McCaughey is the third Republican candidate to announce their run. The others are former New Britain Mayor Aaron Stewart and State Senator Ryan Fazio.